Hi everybody, welcome back to this week's Tracing Psychological Safety video. Today we're talking about the benefits and the pitfalls of raising awareness and really focusing on just raising awareness around psychological safety and team health. And we're also going to give you 3 steps to really effectively build awareness about those in your organization. So first of all, why is it important to start building awareness in your organization? I think most people have got this now. Let's start the conversation around the importance of psychological safety as a cornerstone for highly performant teams, for healthy teams, for happy teams, for safe teams. So most organizations have started talking about that. They've ordinarily rolled out some sort of, organization-wide or departmental set of webinars, maybe talks from external speakers. Maybe your senior people have started talking about the topic in their meetings or to their people. Great. That is definitely where it needs to start, and it is absolutely beneficial. But what happens next? What we want to make absolutely sure of is that once that talking has got started and that excitement, that energy is built in the company for that real culture change and the real human work that can make a difference to your teams, that it continues. There is a danger, of course, that if we stop, all that beautiful momentum that you've built is lost. And what you really want to do is make sure that you continue that into real behavior change, human work, so that the teams and the organization and the business and your customers ultimately get the benefit of that.
Exactly. And doing the right things when it comes to building awareness is not an easy thing, chiefly because oftentimes people kind of stumble into the exercise and it isn't being done as intentionally as that. Obviously, the organizations that Fionn has mentioned that are having an actual rollout of the awareness idea are doing a lot better, but most places don't have that. They simply have some superheroes talking about it in a corner, perchance an HR department pushing a webinar or two. Yes, a buzz about the topic, but no actual genuine organization level move to have created awareness. Because if there is one, then kind of the rollout of implementing that is very different. So the number one thing we would say is have intentionality, decide psychological safety is important enough for us in this organization. We read enough, we know enough, we've believed Amy enough, whatever it is, it's important enough for us that we will do something. And that something has to start with telling our other people, why is it we're doing this thing? And why is this thing important? So we will then create an awareness building campaign. So it has to be thought out as an actual definite exercise, because that gives you the focus to say, these are the things we have to say in it, and this is why we're doing it, which are 2 of the most important elements. That it will force you to be clear on content, it will force you to be clear on time frames, at least you'll have some idea that it's not an indefinite exercise that goes on and on forever, and it will mean that you have an ability of bringing everyone to the table and saying, what is it that we want to learn together? And we would suggest that once you've decided that we're doing an actual real awareness building campaign, have several phases to it. Like we said, 3 of them. The number one phase we would say is a general campaign, general knowledge campaign. That's for the entire company. You can do those things at a wide town hall level. You can bring in people like me, people like Fionn, people like Amy to come talk about psychological safety like we do every week. And that's fine. It's just not good enough. And we say this every time we speak to you. It's just a step and a necessary one, but not good enough. What you should aim to have in that general campaign that's for the entire company is a clarity on the definition. We know what it is, and then a clarity on why it's important. We know why it is. We believe this science and this pieces of research and this practical lived life of other companies, and these are the advantages of it. That's all you need to get out of this general campaign that's at town hall level. Get clarity on the topic, get clarity on the use of it, and leave it at that topic, because what you have to do next is a much bigger step, which is better executed at the team level. So what you want is a different type of knowledge. You want a connected type of knowledge. You want the type of knowledge where when you talk to people about the topic, they don't just comprehend the definition, but they can relate it to their own experiences. So when you need this other step, it's a lot more important, where team by team, and that's probably the first step in creating psychological safety in the team, sits down with the definition that you got overall at the company level and says, right, what does this mean for us? When is the last time I felt psychologically safe? When is the last time we did, all of us? What are the bits and pieces that we think maybe are not great? That is the beginning of your conversation on your behavioral changes. And once you've started that, you've given the teams the agency and the tools and the empowerment and the ability to be doing this themselves. The last bit of this is to take the wins, the changes of the data, the behavioral changes, the teams that are doing well, your superstars, and elevate them so that the entire organization can start seeing the emerging results of this push of yours, where now that these people are doing the human work in a daily fashion, these are some of their early results. Bring that back to a town hall. That is your end of your awareness campaign, and the real work starts at the end of it.
Absolutely. And if you are able to take those steps, you should also be thinking about a few other things as well. You should be thinking really clearly about your communications. You should be engaging with those experts in your organization, ideally with HR, having those conversations and really bringing the business and the support functions together to get it right and to make it real, make it a real supported effort in your company for your people, and have a plan, have a really clear plan as to how you're going to execute it, how you're going to make it long-term, sustainable, part of not just your culture, but your work. Because those two things now go hand in hand for any organization that's going to be successful over the coming decades. So thanks for listening. If you want to talk more about psychological safety, come and talk to us. We'd love to hear from you. If you can't at this point in time, come and talk about software. At least start with the building awareness, but give it a real rock solid plan to make it happen for real. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.